1970s special. I got the impression that you might be into some of the groovier music from the 1970s. So I thought today I'd show you some of my record collection. How are you doing? I hope that I'm bringing you lots of relaxation and tingles. I hope I'm giving you a fizzy feeling inside. Please let me know. Okay. So I thought I'd do some trigger sounds by doing some hair brushing sounds. I'm quite a fan of the 70s. People often said to me that they think I was born in the wrong era because I liked all things groovy and I really love just the sound of that time. I think people felt quite free. I think it all started to go a little bit downhill in the 80s. But that's just my opinion. There was still some very good music in the 80s. So one of the first records that I'm going to show you is Physical Graffiti by Led Zeppelin. I'm going to take these funky glasses off now. I got this a few years ago from a record shop in Ramsgate. I got this over 10 years ago now. The record shop is called Howling Sounds, and yeah, it's my favourite vinyl that I own, and I'll show you why. Get it out of its sleeve. Can you see all the little houses and the people? And then when you move, when you bring it up, you can see through it. I mean, that's just the coolest thing ever. It's like a doll's house. It's like a doll's house record vinyl sleeve. So, Physical Graffiti came out on the 24th of February 1975, which is a very lucky day. A very lucky day indeed. Side 1 has Custard Pie, The Rover, In My Time of Dying, and side 2 has Houses of the Holy, Trampled Underfoot, and Kashmir. Trampled Underfoot and Kashmir are two of my favourite songs of theirs. Side 3 has In the Light, Bronjur, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing right, Down by the Seaside, and 10 Years Gone. And side 4 has Night Flight, The Wanton Song, Boogie with Stew, Black Country Woman, and Sick Again. And most of these songs are written by either Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, and some of them include John Paul Jones as well. Kashmir, one of my favourites, John Bonham, helped to write that one as well. And I think his drumming really does speak for itself, really. And it's a double album, double vinyl. I really enjoy the bit in the middle as well. I really love the name Physical Graffiti. My prized possessions. It cost me £20 and it's a first press, and it's in by no means mint condition. It's been used, but the very fact that it's a first press and that it's 50 years old in just under a month. And yeah, one of my prized possessions. Okay, has anyone heard of the band The Police? This came out in the 70s. I think this came out in 1970 actually. I might be wrong. But it's got A Message in a Bottle in it. A message in a bottle. And obviously written by Sting. I love Sting because he's an amazingly talented songwriter. But also because he's a Geordie as well. So he was born in, I think it's called Wall's End. I always get that wrong. But it's on the River Tyne. It's a shipyard in River Tyne. And yeah, I was born in Newcastle upon Tyne as well. So yeah, respect to the fellow Geordies out there. Yeah, I really love the album artwork. It's just so cool. They're quite dusty, these vinyls. I sneezed a lot when I got them out. I really enjoy keeping them for like sentimental value, and I like to have them as artifacts. But I hardly ever listen to them. I'm quite particular. The needle needs to be pristine condition, and yeah, I need to get some better speakers so I can listen to them to their full potential. One of my all-time favourites, somebody that I've actually seen live at the Royal Albert Hall, front row seats as well, guest list front row seats to George Benson. And yeah, this is Breezin', which I can't remember what year this came out in. Get this one out of the sleeve. I absolutely love all the songs on this album. Breezin', Masquerade, 6 to 4 side, and then side 2, Affirmation. Absolutely love Affirmation. There was one time when I used to work in a pub in Folkestone, and I would sometimes start quite early shifts at sort of 10 o'clock, let people in. There were a few drinkers who'd maybe done a night shift and, you know, wanted to finish off in the morning with a few drinks with their friends and then go to bed all day. And I think I showed them some interesting music, because they said, "Oh, you know, we don't care what music you put on," and I would put on every morning. I'd put on "Breezin'" by George Benson, and yeah, serve these bunch of chaps their Guinnesses and John Smiths, and yeah, it was really funny. Just be like opening up, letting them in, and then ba-do. I think they thought I was incredibly eccentric, but I think they liked me, so that's nice. Yeah, Breezin', one of my all-time favourites. Don't know if there's any artwork on there. Some palm trees, that's nice. You must let me know in the comments if you share any similar music tastes to me. Yeah, I do really think the 70s would have been awesome. Maybe not for everything, but for some stuff. I love this album cover. Deep purple in rock. Yeah. They got the lyrics in here as well for some of the songs. Side 1, A Child in Time. Oh, child in time. Sweet child in time. You'll see the line that's drawn between the good and the bad. See the blind man shooting at the world. Bullets flying, taking toll. If you've been bad, Lord, I bet you have, and you've not been hit by flying lead, You better close your eyes and blow your head and wait for the ricochet. Bit dark. Very dark, really. I imagine that song is about the war. You can't mention the 70's without Rumours by Fleetwood Mac. I mean, this is a classic. I love the album artwork again. They just look adorable. They look so cute. Christine McVie and Stevie Nicks. I really love Christine McVie's Songbird. I think she actually wrote that. And yeah. This is a very... Why has he got some little balls just dangling from his... I don't know why he has to have that. But there we go. Okay. This Beaten Up Blondie vinyl. Oh, so 70's. It's I think this is the one that's got Rapture. Oh my god, Rapture is so good. When she starts rapping, love Debbie Harry. And I think the rap has got a bit about like a monster eating everybody's head or something. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember precisely the words, but I know that somebody's head does get eaten at some point. But yeah, it's very good. This is another very kind of 60's to 70's album cover. The Beatles, Golden Oldies. Oldies, but Goldies. I'll tell you what songs are on here. She Loves You, From Me to You, We Can Work It Out, Help, Michelle, Yesterday, I Feel Fine, Yellow Submarine. That's side 1. Side 2, Can't Buy Me Love, Bad Boy, Day Tripper, Hard Day's Night, Ticket to Ride, Paperback Writer, Eleanor Rigby, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, and all songs except Bad Boys composed by Lennon and McCartney. Amazing. I honestly couldn't tell you what my favourite Beatles song is. I love them. I actually love them. I think they're just absolutely fantastic songs. I think They're so catchy, aren't they? One that I often get as an earworm is "It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do, they make me feel alright." Oh, it's so good. I remember when I was in a choir, when I was about 10, we had to do Michelle and Yesterday and Eleanor Rigby. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where the wedding's been. Yeah. I absolutely love the Beatles. So this one came out 23rd of April 1976. The Rolling Stones, Black and Blue. And I really love this record as well. I just love Mick Jagger's face. He's got a good face. They've all got a great face. I'll show you why I really like this one. The Mobile Studio Limited. This has got one of my... actually, well, this has probably got quite a few of my favourite Rolling Stones tunes. Tune number 1, Hot Stuff. Oh my god. When I was living in London at about 2008, 9, I had this record then and a record player in my room in a house share in Kingston upon Thames, and I used to just drink a lot of wine and listen to this, and sometimes I'd just listen to Hot Stuff over and over and over and over again in my little room and just dance around drinking wine, dancing around to the Rolling Stones in my bedroom. I really love oh cherry, oh baby, don't you know I'm in love with you, believer. Such a good scene. But yeah, Hey Negrita, Melody, love that one as well. Fool to Cry. Oh, Fool to Cry is so good as well. They really had this special knack for this getting to a raw emotion, getting to the raw point, and just doing it, you know. And they didn't fuss too much about it. I don't think. I think they were just like, they had a lot of self-belief, and they had a lot of you know, what we'd call it, spunk. They had a lot of passion and self-belief, and they just went for it. And yeah, I just like that you can see from the studio all this information about the songs and the tracking and who's done what on it, how long each song is, and yeah, it's brilliant. And they've got that, of course, they've got that mouth with the tongue open. I mean, I'm not quite sure what that means, but it's on everything, so. I'm not actually sure what year this one came out. Who recognises this album cover? Who recognises this? Oh no, I've just found two vinyls next to each other with nothing in between them. Devastating. What devilry is this? Okay. Yeah, they needed well, this is absolutely ridiculous. Well, I have no idea what's happened here, folks, but I seem to have two copies of this. 1971. This one was released by Atlantic. And this one has all the symbols. And it feels very weighty and heavy and thick. And it has all the symbols on it. And this one feels a lot thinner and doesn't have the symbols on it. I guess if one doesn't work, maybe the other one will. Honestly, I have no idea why I have two copies of this in one album. There's probably... Oh, just look how lovely the handwriting is. Oh, and it's got the lyrics to Stairway to Heaven as well. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. And when she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can't get what she came for. Your head is humming and it won't go, in case you don't know. The piper's calling you to join him. Dear lady, can you hear the wind blow? And did you know your stairway lies on the whispering wind? One of my favourite verses, if there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's just a sprinkling for the May Queen. Yes, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. Such good lyrics. And as we wind on down the road, our shadows taller than our soul, there walks a lady we all know, who shines white light and wants to show how everything still turns to gold. And if you listen very hard, the tune will come to you at last, when all one and one is all, to be a rock and not to roll. Love it. I also really love, this is a cover of actually, but I really love When the Levee Breaks. I think that When the Levee Breaks is just one of the best songs ever. Yeah, I really love it. I'm going to try and put these away, but have another look at these lyrics. They're so good. These are the only two, for someone who loves Led Zeppelin this much, I only have two Led Zeppelin vinyls. I think I need to go collect some more. But you know, it's not always a priority buying vinyl. You can't talk about the 70s and miss out talking about one of the best guitarists to ever live. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? I mean, Jimmy Page is one of the best guitarists to ever live. But I'm talking about Jimi Hendrix. And of course, Voodoo Child and loads of his other songs came out in the 70s, so. But this one, Band of Gypsies, this album that I've got, this was actually recorded live on New Year's Eve in 1969 to 1970. And we've got Who Knows, Machine Gun on side 1, and Changes, Power to Love, Message of Love, and We Gotta Live Together. Baby child as a man, as a living grain of sand, sitting on the ever-changing shore, greeting the sunrise, picked up upon the gypsy woman, hair flaming night, as ravens even sleep, rainbow cloth, tambourine complementing her chant and choice of graces, and love her God. I actually looked upon her on my right, coming forth, and baby child then secondly looked left, and baby child then secondly looked his left to eye, and 11 or 12 women, men and little ones approached. They clad in their master's wish, white robes swaying to be baptized. These two worlds crossed each other in front of me, when afterwards baby child sipped a heartful of ocean, spat out the waste and walked upon the new day. Jimi Hendrix. I don't know, but I imagine he probably wrote that whilst he was having a good time. And by good time, I mean a psychedelic time, as most people were having back in the 70s. That's one thing I don't think I would have partaken in too much of. I think I would have tried it once and thought, no, this isn't for me. Another Jimi Hendrix. This one's got Voodoo Child, Easy Rider, Little Wing, Love or Confusion, House Burning Down, and Johnny Be Good. Side 2, my favourite, All Along the Watchtower, Little Miss Lover, Power to Love, Drifter's Escape, Angel, Isabella. Oh, I just love All Along the Watchtower. I might have to get the chords to that actually and learn it again. All along the watchtower, princess kept the view, while all the women came and went, barefoot servants too. Outside in the cold distance, a wildcat did growl. 2 riders were approaching, and the winds began to howl. I think I probably taught myself to sing, singing along to Jimmy Page guitar and Jimi Hendrix, because I can hear, you know, you can just hear all those solos in your head, and you just think, I definitely would sing them like every time I had a bath. You know, just walking along, I'd have, you know, my Walkman in. I used to have one of those CD Walkmans. I've still got one upstairs. So funny. Had someone round recently and they were like, "What is that?" And they just had never seen one before. And yeah, made me feel old. But I don't think I'm really old, so I got over it. Well, I can't give everything away all at once, can I? This is a disco ball, obviously. And for me, it fits in with my 70's theme. So I wondered if any tapping of the disco ball, it gives off a slight ring when I tap it. I've used this for quite a few of my soul band gigs. And it usually comes with, well, it has a spinny, turny thing with the battery. It's like a battery operated spinny turny thing. I really hope that I'm getting some triggers in for you today. I really, really hope that I'm giving you some tingles. Please let me know. Do you think I should set my disco ball up permanently in my lounge? I feel very tempted. I feel so tempted to just make my lounge into like a 70's just haven. A 70's haven in my lounge. It's weird when you look at yourself in the disco ball because you're in these tiny little boxes and you can just see little tiny fractions of yourself. Like in one fraction, there's my teeth, and then next to it is my nostril, and then next to it is my eyelashes, and then next to it is like the tip of my nose, and like it's just not what my face looks like at all. It's all broken up but squished together. I might try and take a photo of it so you can see what I mean. It's so weird. I'm sorry that it took me ages to make a video. Yeah, I just had a bit of a hard week, and yeah. Also, I've been writing a lot of poetry recently, and writing down ideas for things, and but none of it's ready. So sometimes I get down on myself because it's not ready yet. I think, oh, I need to get on with it. But you can't push yourself, you can't pressure yourself too much, otherwise you don't actually create anything you're happy with. Okay. I feel like I would love to play some more songs soon. I love this new hairbrush that I got. It's so good for the winter because I keep getting really static hair. And nobody wants static